Even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders.
And off we go from Las Vegas.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a play fake. Carr. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Raider first down, Carter Renfro. The Raiders at 4 and 10 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking to go 40 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Adams.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
Again, it's Carr. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Carr completes it, and he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. Patriots 21-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 33.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs with his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jones in the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed him the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
First carry now for Pierre Strong.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Throwing Jones. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Strong.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Operating from the gun, Jones escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Boy, it's such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, Sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Jones.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones.
Pass to Henry is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
It's caught here by Adams. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Oh, he's got, there he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Kareem Hunt
Touchdown number 15 on the year.
And the Patriots are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A game there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed to play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st down, Carr.
Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to put
it all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And great field possession coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him. Yeah.
Touchdown! Devontae Adams as the first half is winding down.
And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, ready to go.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before break. Jones. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though.
As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Jones. Wide open. It's Marshall, complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Back to throw. Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So a roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
To the 27-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Off play action.
Jones. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A good pickup there at 22.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, 31 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. This is Smith to the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones steps away. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. We are off to the fourth quarter here on this special Christmas. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. New England on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Brought down at the 20.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jones flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Curtis Samuel from 10 yards out. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jet sweep. Carr backs it forward. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On the move past the 40. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Las Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And he's got room. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
First down.
Jet sweep. Carr backs it forward. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. From the gun, it's Carr.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11.
They were looking to throw, holding in the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
In motion left here, Landry. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Carlson able to put this one through.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That second down play, that's a -4.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now Jones.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Carr going to throw here.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything counts trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. shots at the line, ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Jones. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
To throw is Jones. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Jones winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he's got it inside the 10.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Here's Jones.
And that is incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Carr going to look to throw.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Past the 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So it's a win here for the Raiders, and it was Derek Carr, Charles, who was really the star of the show.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So for Las Vegas, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5 and 10. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the